Leo had never thought he would live with an alien. It was not that he did not believe in them. He just never expected to meet one in his own apartment. He had rented the small unit in the human colony city because it was cheap and close to his work. The listing had said shared apartment friendly roommate. That sounded normal enough. When he arrived with his suitcase, the apartment smelled of fresh metal and faint flowers. It was unusual, but he assumed the previous tenant had left something behind. He opened the door to his new room and froze. Sitting on the bed was Mira. She looked almost human at first, but there were differences he could not ignore. Her skin shimmered faintly, as if tiny lights danced under her surface. Her eyes changed color, moving from a soft blue to green in seconds. Her hair moved as if it had its own energy. She was studying a small device on the table, glowing gently, and seemed completely unaware of him. Hello? Leo said, his voice slightly shaking. Mira's eyes snapped to him. The color shifted rapidly from green to bright orange, then to a deep red. She made a sound Leo could not describe. It was almost like a squeak and a hum at the same time. She stood quickly, her movements smooth but slightly too fast for a human eye to follow. I am Leo, he said, trying to sound calm. I think you're my roommate? Mira tilted her head. She made another noise, more like a trill. She extended a hand with long fingers toward him. Leo hesitated, then shook it. Her hand felt cool and slightly soft, almost like touching glass with warmth inside. I didn't mean to startle you, he added, unsure what else to say. Mira's glowing device on the table caught his attention. It pulsed in time with the colors of her eyes. Curious, Leo reached out and touched it. Immediately, Mira jumped back, her colors flashing violently. No! She shouted in a strange voice that was almost musical. Leo froze. He had no idea what he had done. He removed his hand slowly. Mira moved closer to the device, touching it with both hands. Her colors calmed slightly, but she still looked upset. I'm sorry, Leo said. I didn't know. I just wanted to see what it was. Mira's voice softened, but she did not speak human words. Instead, she made gentle hums and small hand movements. Leo could feel that she was trying to communicate, but it was completely unfamiliar to him. He sat on his bed, taking a deep breath. Okay, Leo, you can handle this, he said to himself. Just don't make her angry again. Mira finally spoke in words, though accented and strange. Not anger, disturbance, need calm. Oh, you need calm, Leo repeated slowly. I understand. I'll be careful. For a moment, they both sat quietly. Mira watched him carefully. Leo tried to study her without staring. He noticed that even small movements of his body seemed to affect her. When he shifted his weight, her eyes flickered. When he spoke, the glowing device pulsed faster. Do you live here often? Leo asked. Yes, Mira said. Adjusting to human environment requires patience, Leo nodded. I see. Well, I can try to help. Mira tilted her head, her colors softening into a calm blue. It was a small victory, but Leo felt proud. He had made it this far without causing a full panic. He decided to unpack slowly. As he moved his things around, he noticed Mira observing him. She mimicked some of his actions, touching objects and inspecting them. He realized she was learning how humans lived. You like these items? He asked, holding up a small lamp. Yes, she said, her voice soft. Light, comforting, Leo smiled. Good, you can use anything you want, just please don't touch the stove until you know it's safe. It can burn, Mira nodded. Leo realized that teaching her simple rules could help prevent accidents. It gave him a small sense of control in a situation that was otherwise completely new. The rest of the evening was quiet, except for occasional humming from Mira's device. Leo tried to read a book, but his mind kept wandering. Every small shift in the room made him anxious. Was he disturbing her again? Should he move more slowly? Finally, he decided to try talking to her. Mira, do you want to eat something? I can make food. She tilted her head. Yes, understanding human food. Leo went to the kitchen, realizing it was strange to have an alien roommate he needed to feed. He opened the fridge and started assembling simple items: bread, vegetables, and fruit. Mira watched silently, her eyes flickering softly. He handed her a small plate. Here, you can try this. Mira touched the food gently. She sniffed it, then took a small bite. Her eyes turned a warm green. Leo smiled. Good? Good, she said. Leo felt a small relief. It was the first time she had seemed truly calm. He realized that small actions and patience could make a difference. After dinner, Leo suggested sitting in the living room. You can relax here. I'll just read. Mira moved to the couch carefully. She touched the glowing device again. Her colors shifted into a soft blue and pink. She hummed gently. Leo understood that she was calming herself after the disturbance earlier. He sat nearby, careful to move slowly. He thought about how different this life would be. Sharing a home with an alien would not be easy. He would need patience, understanding, and learning. But he felt a strange excitement. He was part of something unusual, something extraordinary. As the night grew quieter, Mira finally spoke in a human-like sentence. Thank you for patience. Leo's face lit up. You're welcome, Mira. I'll try my best every day. For the first time, the room felt peaceful. Leo knew this was only the beginning. Living with Mira would have challenges, but it could also be a friendship beyond worlds. As he turned off the light and lay down on his bed, he thought about tomorrow. He would need to observe, learn, and respect Mira's needs. And maybe, just maybe, he could help her feel at home in a human world. The next morning, Leo woke to a strange glow coming from Mira's side of the apartment. He rubbed his eyes and saw her sitting on the floor, the glowing device floating slightly above her hands. Her eyes shifted gently from blue to green. She hummed softly, a sound that filled the room with a calm energy. Leo stepped carefully into the kitchen to make breakfast. He wanted to avoid any mistakes today. The first day had been chaotic, but he had learned that patience and observation could help. Mira entered the kitchen silently, moving gracefully. Her gaze followed Leo as he prepared food. He offered her a plate of fruit and bread. She took it slowly, her colors stabilizing into soft green. Do you sleep at night like humans? Leo asked, hoping to understand more. Yes, Mira said, her voice calm. Cycle, similar, adjusting. Leo nodded. I can show you how to live in human apartments. Some things are dangerous if not careful. Mira tilted her head, her hair shimmering lightly. Danger, yes, observing. Leo decided to start simple. First, the stove. Don't touch it when it's hot. Knives are sharp. The floor is safe, but objects can fall. Mira nodded, touching the stove from a safe distance. Her eyes flickered, showing understanding. Leo realized that she was learning by observation, like a child watching a parent. After breakfast, Leo tried to introduce her to some human routines. We brush teeth in the morning. We wash hands before meals. Showering is normal, too. Mira followed each action carefully. She even mimicked brushing her teeth, though her movements were slightly different. Her hums were softer, showing that she was adjusting. Leo felt a small sense of accomplishment. However, not all lessons went smoothly. When he opened the window to let in fresh air, Mira jumped back, her colors turning bright orange. She made a sound like a sharp trill and waved her hands in front of her. What is it? Leo asked, stepping back. Air. Temperature. Fluctuates, Mira said. Unstable. Effects. Come. Leo quickly closed the window. Okay. We will keep it steady. He realized that even small changes humans ignored could disturb Mira. He would have to be more careful. The day continued with small experiments. Leo learned that certain lights made her anxious. Bright white lights caused rapid color changes in her eyes. Soft yellow lights helped her stay calm. He moved lamps around the apartment and adjusted settings on the ceiling lights. Mira's glow gradually softened, showing appreciation for his effort. He also noticed that her moods affected the apartment in other ways. When she was upset, small objects trembled slightly. The room's temperature shifted, and even the gravity seemed uneven in small areas. Leo wondered how he could keep everything stable. Lunch was another challenge. Mira had never tasted human food before. Leo offered sandwiches, vegetables, and fruit. She touched each item gently, sometimes sniffing or rotating it in her hand. When she finally tasted something, her eyes glowed soft green and she hummed in satisfaction. Do you like this? Leo asked. Yes, she said. Taste pleasing. Texture acceptable. Leo smiled. Good. We can try more later. In the afternoon, Leo decided to introduce her to human entertainment. He put on a simple video of people walking in a park, children playing and dogs running. Mira watched quietly, her eyes shifting slowly through calm colors. Occasionally, she made soft sounds of interest. Do you understand? Leo asked. Yes, she said, observing in behavior. Social patterns. Human. Leo realized that Mira was learning quickly. Her intelligence was impressive. And though she had never lived on Earth, she could adapt if he guided her. However, the calm did not last long. Later, Leo accidentally spilled a bit of water while cleaning. Mira's eyes turned sharp red and the device on the table glowed violently. She stepped back and made a loud trill, her body trembling slightly. Leo froze. "I'm sorry." "I didn't mean to." Mira's colors shifted slowly from red to yellow. She made small, calming hums, touching the device repeatedly. Leo watched, learning quickly that she had her own ways of recovering from disturbances. "I understand now," Leo said. "You need time to calm after surprises." "I will try to avoid accidents," Mira nodded. "Yes, patience, humans. Learn." Leo laughed quietly. "I'm learning too. I think we can help each other." Over the next few hours, Leo observed Mira more closely. He noticed patterns in her reactions. Sudden noises startled her. Fast movements caused rapid color changes. Even certain human scents seemed overwhelming. He realized that coexistence would require rules and respect. He wrote down notes in a small notebook, marking things like soft lighting, slow movements, and gentle sounds. He was creating a guide to living with Mira. Mira watched him, tilting her head with curiosity. Leo decided to show her the notebook. "This is my guide," he said. "It will help both of us live here peacefully." Mira's eyes glowed soft green. "Helpful, yes. Cooperation, important." For the first time, Leo felt a sense of teamwork. He was no longer just trying to survive with an alien roommate. He was learning to work with her. He even felt proud that he could make her life easier in this new environment. By evening, Leo suggested a walk outside.
Mira hesitated, her colors flickering yellow and blue. "Is it
safe?" she asked. "I will stay with you. It will be fine," Leo assured her. They stepped into the corridor of the apartment complex. Mira moved cautiously, but she began to mimic Leo's movements. She touched walls lightly, feeling textures, and observed people passing by. Leo noticed her fascination. Even simple human activities seemed interesting to her. He realized that this was not just about adjustment. Mira was genuinely curious about life on Earth. As they returned to the apartment, Mira's device glowed steadily, and her eyes were soft blue. She made small, content hums. Leo smiled. He had learned something important today. Patience, observation, and respect could build trust even between very different beings. That night, they sat together in the living room. Leo read a book and Mira hummed quietly beside him. The room was calm, warm, and filled with the gentle glow of her device. Leo thought about tomorrow. He would need to continue learning, continue observing, and continue guiding Mira. But he no longer felt anxious. He felt hopeful. He had taken the first steps toward understanding, and Mira had begun to understand humans too. For the first time, Leo felt that sharing an apartment with an alien was not just possible. It could be a unique friendship, one that stretched across worlds. And in that moment, he realized something amazing. Life with Mira might be challenging, but it would also be extraordinary. The days passed quickly, and Leo noticed small changes in Mira. She was calmer, more curious, and willing to interact. She no longer jumped at every noise, and her colors shifted softly rather than violently. Leo felt proud that his patience and observation were paying off. One morning, Leo decided to try something new. He sat on the couch with a notebook. "Mira, would you like to hear a story?" he asked. Mira tilted her head, her glowing eyes soft blue. "Story, yes. Understanding humans. Better." Leo smiled and began. He told her about simple things. A child helping a friend, a team working together to solve a problem, and people showing kindness to strangers. Mira listened closely. Her colors shifted with the emotions of the story. She even hummed softly at the happy parts. "That was good," Mira said when he finished. "Human feelings. Complex." "Yes," Leo agreed. "We feel many things at once. It can be confusing, but it can also be good." For the first time, Mira seemed relaxed without using her device. Leo realized that human connection might be as important to her as her calming tools. The afternoon brought another experiment. Leo suggested cooking together. He knew Mira had never handled human food in such a way. They prepared a simple meal: vegetables, rice, and a small fruit salad. Mira observed his movements carefully and then mimicked them. She chopped vegetables slowly, paying attention to the knife and the board. Leo guided her gently, showing her safe methods. She responded well, her colors soft green and yellow, showing satisfaction. This, enjoyable, she said. Human food preparation. Learning. Yes, Leo said. Cooking can be fun, and it helps you understand humans better. After lunch, Leo decided to introduce Mira to more human technology. He showed her his laptop, smartphone, and other devices. Mira studied them carefully, touching the screens lightly. She seemed amazed by the information humans could access and the way the devices worked. Human communication. Fast, she said. Many ideas. Shared. Yes, Leo said. That is why technology is important. It connects people across places. Mira hummed softly, processing the idea. She seemed more relaxed than ever before. Leo felt that progress was real, but progress always had setbacks. That evening, a loud siren sounded from outside the apartment. Mira jumped, her colors shifting violently from blue to red. She stepped back, her hands hovering over the glowing device. Her hums turned sharp and anxious. Leo froze. It's okay, Mira. It's just a siren outside, he shouted over the noise. Mira's colors flickered rapidly. Her eyes changed to bright yellow, then deep orange. She made a sound that Leo could not identify, almost like a mix of alarm and distress. He realized that even with progress, sudden disturbances could undo calm quickly. He knelt beside her. I'm here. It's safe inside. You are not alone. Mira's hum softened slowly. Her hands moved over the device, calming herself. After a few minutes, her colors returned to soft blue. Noise disturbing, she said. Learning, patience, still ongoing. Yes, Leo said. It will take time, I know. We will work together. The next day, Leo decided to try a new approach. He wanted to help Mira handle unexpected events better. He started small, creating controlled disturbances in the apartment. A small fan turned on, a faint sound played, and objects moved slightly. Each time, Mira observed first, then responded with soft hums. She practiced calming herself without panicking. Leo noticed a small smile on her face. You improving, he said. Mira tilted her head. Yes, understanding. Humans, methods, helpful. For the first time, Leo felt that Mira was truly learning to adapt. He also realized he was learning from her. He had never thought so carefully about his own environment or emotions. Living with Mira made him notice small things he had ignored before. However, another challenge appeared when Mira received a message from her home planet. A small device she carried began to glow and emit soft pulses. Her eyes shifted rapidly and she hummed nervously. What is it? Leo asked, concerned. Communication. Urgent, home, she said. Must respond. Quickly, Leo felt a pang of worry. He had come to rely on her calm presence, and now she seemed anxious and distant. He wanted to help, but he did not know how. Can I help? He asked. Mira hesitated. Her colors shifted from yellow to green. Perhaps, yes, support, appreciated. Together they worked on stabilizing the device and understanding the message. It was complicated, written in symbols and frequencies Leo did not understand. Mira guided him, and he followed her instructions carefully. The process was slow, and Mira's moods fluctuated. She would calm, then spike with anxiety, then calm again. Leo remained patient, offering support and encouragement. He realized that helping Mira deal with home communications was a new challenge, one that tested both their patience and cooperation. By evening, the message was decoded. Mira's colors returned to soft blue and her hums were calm. She looked at Leo with what seemed like gratitude. Thank you, she said. Learning. Patience, humans. Helpful, Leo smiled. We are helping each other. The day ended with a quiet moment in the living room. Mira practiced small calming exercises while Leo read a book beside her. He felt a sense of accomplishment. They had faced disturbances, learned small lessons, and adapted together. He realized something important. Living with Mira was not just about teaching her human ways. It was about understanding, cooperation, and mutual respect. Each small victory brought them closer to harmony. As Leo lay in bed that night, he thought about tomorrow. He knew there would be more surprises, more noises, and more challenges. But he also knew that they could handle them together. Living with an alien roommate was not easy, but it was extraordinary, and Leo felt proud to be part of something so unusual and wonderful. The next morning began quietly. Leo thought that after the message from Mira's home planet had been resolved, they could enjoy a peaceful day. Mira sat on the couch, her glowing device floating above her hands, humming softly. Her colors shifted slowly between soft blue and gentle green. She seemed calm, almost content. Leo had a plan for today. He wanted to help Mira explore the city beyond the apartment complex. "Mira," he said, "would you like to go outside for a walk? We can see the market and meet some people." Mira tilted her head, her eyes flickering yellow for a moment. "Caution, advised. Unfamiliar environment." "I understand," Leo said. "I will stay with you. I will protect you. Nothing will harm you while I am near." Mira's colors softened. "Trust. Beginning humans. Reliable?" "Yes," Leo said. "I will help you." They stepped into the corridor carefully. Mira moved slowly, observing every detail. Her eyes flickered with curiosity as she touched walls and watched humans pass by. Leo stayed close, guiding her gently. As they reached the street, Mira's attention was drawn to a small human vehicle. She leaned forward slightly, her device glowing. Leo explained how humans used machines to move quickly across the city. Mira's fingers hovered above the vehicle, almost touching it, but she hesitated. "Not yet," Leo said. "We will learn slowly." "Safety first," she nodded, her colors shifting to calm green. Together they moved toward the marketplace where humans sold fruits, vegetables, and other goods. Mira's eyes widened at the sights and sounds. She observed everything carefully. Suddenly, a loud alarm sounded nearby. Mira jumped, her colors flashing red. She hummed sharply and clutched her device. Leo grabbed her hand gently. "It's okay, Mira. It's just an alarm. We are safe here," he said. Her colors shifted slowly from red to yellow, then to green. She took a deep breath and her hum softened. Leo realized that even outside the apartment, her calming methods worked. He felt a sense of relief. They continued walking, Mira learning quickly. She asked questions about humans' food and daily life. Leo answered patiently, showing her how humans interacted, worked, and helped each other. Mira seemed fascinated by the idea of teamwork and kindness. As they reached the edge of the marketplace, Mira's device suddenly pulsed and glowed brighter. She froze. Leo noticed the intensity of her colors shifting from green to sharp orange. "What is it?" he asked. "Message. Home. Urgent. Must respond," she said. Leo felt a pang of worry. Mira had not prepared him for this. She needed to leave the city immediately. But it could be dangerous. "We can go together," he suggested. "I can help you." Mira's eyes flickered, considering his offer. "Yes, a cooperation. Appreciated." They moved quickly but carefully through the crowded streets. Mira's body shifted slightly with emotion, causing small tremors in nearby objects. Leo guided her, supporting her when she became unstable. Together they navigated past obstacles, narrow alleys, humans moving quickly, and uneven streets. At one point, a small elevator malfunctioned. Mira froze in panic, her colors bright red. Leo grabbed her hand and reassured her. "Trust me. We will handle this. I will keep you safe." She focused on his voice, her device pulsing gently. Slowly, her colors shifted to soft yellow and green. Leo felt proud of her. She was learning to trust him completely. Finally, they reached the communications hub, a small building with advanced equipment. Mira guided Leo through the steps of stabilizing her home message device. It was complicated, with symbols and signals that were difficult for a human to understand. "Step 1, Mira said. Align frequencies. Step 2, synchronize with signal. Step 3, transmit response." Leo followed carefully, repeating each step. Mira's glowing device hovered above her hands, pulsing as she concentrated. Leo realized that her technology was more advanced than anything he had ever seen. Suddenly, the hub's main console beeped. The message signal was unstable. Mira's eyes shifted to sharp orange. She made a sharp trill of concern. "Stay calm, Mira," Leo said. "We can do this together." They worked in silence, coordinating carefully. Leo adjusted small controls, following Mira's instructions precisely. Mira's device pulsed faster, but she focused on the task. Her colors flickered, then stabilized into green as they aligned the signals. Finally, the message was transmitted successfully. Mira's eyes softened to blue. Her hums became gentle. She looked at Leo with gratitude. "Thank you," she said. "Humans, capable, support, reliable," Leo smiled. "We did it together. You are brave, Mira, and you are learning fast." The walk back to the apartment was calm. Mira observed humans again, but her colors were stable. Leo noticed small smiles on her face, soft hums of satisfaction. Back in the apartment, Mira sat on the couch, her device floating above her hands. She looked at Leo. Trust, humans, understanding, growing, patience, important, cooperation, successful. Yes, Leo said. We can help each other. That is how we will live together. They spent the evening in quiet conversation. Mira asked more questions about human life, food, and emotions. Leo answered patiently, realizing that this partnership was teaching him as much as he taught her. By night, the apartment was calm and warm. Mira's device glowed softly, her colors shifting gently. Leo felt proud of their progress. He had faced a real challenge outside the apartment, and together, they had succeeded. He realized that living with Mira was not just about adapting. It was about trust, teamwork, and understanding. Each day they learned more about each other, building a bond that stretched beyond species, beyond worlds. As Leo lay in bed that night, he thought about tomorrow. He knew challenges would come again, but he also knew that together they could face anything. Living with Mira was extraordinary. It was more than a roommate situation. It was a partnership, a friendship that could change both of their lives. The next morning, Leo woke feeling hopeful. The previous days had been full of challenges, but he had learned a lot about Mira, and she had started to understand him too. Their partnership had grown stronger. Leo felt that something extraordinary was happening. Mira sat quietly on the couch, her device floating above her hands. Her eyes glowed soft blue, showing calmness and focus. She looked at Leo and made a gentle hum, almost like a greeting. "Good morning, Mira," Leo said. "Are you ready to start today?" "Yes," she replied. "Learning continues. Cooperation, important," Leo smiled. "We will take it slowly. No pressure. Just small steps." Their plan for today was simple: explore more human customs, practice communication, and continue learning from each other. Leo wanted Mira to feel fully comfortable in the apartment and in the city. After breakfast, Leo suggested an experiment. "Mira, today we will practice sharing responsibilities. I will show you how I organize tasks, and you can try some too." Mira tilted her head. "Understanding. Human organization. Helpful. Agreed." Leo demonstrated small tasks: tidying the apartment, sorting utensils, and arranging books. Mira followed carefully, touching objects gently, her device glowing softly. She mimicked his actions, sometimes adjusting in her own way, showing her unique perspective. "This. Effective," she said. "Efficiency. Possible." "Yes," Leo said. "We can make life easier for both of us if we work together." By late morning, Leo decided to introduce Mira to a creative human activity. He brought out a set of paints, brushes, and paper. Mira's eyes widened at the colors, her device pulsing lightly with curiosity. "Painting. Humans. Expression," Leo explained. "You can use colors to show feelings or ideas." Mira touched the brushes carefully, testing the texture of paint with her fingers. She made gentle strokes on the paper, experimenting with shapes and colors. Leo watched in awe. Her colors changed as she painted, reflecting her emotions. "You enjoy this?" he asked. "Yes," she said. Expression, new. Understanding, humans, deeper. Leo realized that Mira was not only learning about humans, she was beginning to experience their creativity. The apartment was filled with colors and soft hums. It felt alive in a way Leo had never imagined. In the afternoon, they decided to cook together again. This time, they made a more complex meal with multiple dishes. Leo guided Mira through each step, explaining flavors and combinations. Mira tasted each ingredient carefully and adjusted seasoning with a thoughtful touch. "Food, humans, sharing. Important," she said. "Yes," Leo agreed. "Cooking is more than preparing meals. It is sharing, caring, and enjoying together." After lunch, Leo suggested a quiet moment in the living room. He read a book while Mira practiced small calming exercises with her device. Her colors shifted softly, showing contentment. Leo noticed that Mira seemed more confident now. She moved with ease in the apartment, handled objects carefully, and even initiated small conversations. It was clear that she was adapting to human life while retaining her own unique traits. Suddenly, Mira's device pulsed softly. She tilted her head, looking thoughtful. Message. Home. Received. Response. Acknowledged. Leo smiled. "That is good. You handled it well. You did not panic this time." "Yes," Mira said. "Learning. Progress. Patience. Trust. Humans." The calm continued into the evening. Leo suggested watching a human show together. Mira observed the screen with fascination. She laughed softly at the funny parts, her colors reflecting joy. Leo felt a warmth he had never experienced with any human friend. As night fell, Leo prepared for bed. Mira followed him, her device floating calmly. She touched a few objects in the room, arranging them neatly. Leo noticed the gentle glow of her skin and eyes, showing she was fully relaxed. "You happy here?" he asked. Mira's colors shifted to soft green. "Yes, humans. Understanding. Reliable life. Harmonious. Possible." Leo felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had faced challenges, learned patience, and built trust. Mira had adapted, learned, and even begun to teach him about her world. Together, they had created harmony. Before sleeping, they shared a small ritual. Leo offered a cup of tea and Mira accepted it carefully. They sat quietly, enjoying the simple moment. There was no rush, no disturbance, only calm understanding. Grateful, Mira said. Humans, capable. Empathy, connection. Valued, Leo smiled. I am grateful too, Mira, for trust, cooperation, and friendship. The apartment felt like home. The lights were soft, the air calm, and the room filled with quiet energy. Leo realized that their journey was more than learning rules and avoiding mistakes. It was about forming a connection that crossed worlds, species, and expectations. Mira's device hummed gently, her colors shifting softly in rhythm. Leo felt at peace. He had never imagined that living with an alien could be so rewarding. He had worried at first, but now he understood that differences were not barriers. They were opportunities for growth, understanding, and friendship. As Leo lay in bed, he reflected on the days they had spent together. From the first shocking encounter to the challenges of learning human life, to working together outside the apartment, they had faced many trials. Yet, each step had brought them closer. Mira had grown confident, curious, and expressive. Leo had learned patience, observation, and trust. Together, they had built a bond that was strong, meaningful, and extraordinary. The final realization hit him clearly. Living with Mira was not just about sharing an apartment. It was about discovering a new way to see the universe, appreciating life beyond his own experiences, and forming a friendship that transcended differences. Before drifting to sleep, Leo whispered softly, "Tomorrow will be another day, Mira, and we will face it together." Mira's device glowed softly, her eyes reflecting calm blue and green. She made a gentle hum, a sound of agreement, trust, and contentment. And in that quiet moment, Leo understood something amazing. Life with Mira was not only possible, it was extraordinary. And it was only the beginning.